startup funds to go about doing it, okay? You got bootstrapping, the number one, my favorite day, bootstrapping. Number two, equity financing. Bad, no, don't get into it till way later on down the line. Way later on down the line when you're ready. Like I said, today we're talking business finance, getting those startup funds together. There's 3 ways to go about doing it, okay? You got bootstrapping, the number one, my favorite, the one we're going to be talking about today, bootstrapping. Number 2, equity financing. Bad, no, don't get into it till way later on down the line. Way later on down the line when you're ready for equity financing, you'll know it because I have so much going on. The scale of the operation has to be immense, basically like $1 million+ annual revenues. Take the time to do your research. It will really pay off. There's nothing better for an entrepreneur to do with this spare time than to analyze his customer data. This sort of approach to profiling your character and your customer's character, and knowing what the pros and the cons of each type of behavior, each personality type is, will set you up in a better position to make better choices and decisions, which are not just based off of opinion or things that you think might be happening. A scientific approach to business is the best approach to business. To me, it's the only approach because that's all I've been taught. And that's why I'm trying to take the time to do your research. It will really pay off. Take the time to do your research. It will really pay off. Take the time to do your research. It will really pay off. There's nothing better for an entrepreneur to do with this spare time than to analyze his customer data. If you take the time to do your research, it will really pay off. There's nothing better for an entrepreneur to do with this spare time than to analyze his customer data. After you launch your product and you collect data, you launch it again and you collect more data. You look at that data and figure out how can you tailor the next line. You look at the data and you figure out how the next time you produce your product, the next round of production can be that much better to serve the client or the customer that much more, where your retention rate goes up. You want to up customer retention, up customer acquisition by listening to their needs. They will tell you at those touch points if you pay attention and collect the data in some creative fashion. There's surveys, there's different ways of collecting customer data, and I will do a video on collecting customer data and collecting the data that you need to analyze later on. I will make videos about collecting data, reporting about the data. I will make videos about collecting data, reporting on that data, and how to utilize that data, study the data to learn about your customers. You have to do what they call market research. If you don't do the market research, you won't know your customer. If you don't know your customer, you can't serve your customer the way they need to be served, and they are guaranteed to go elsewhere to satisfy their pain point and come up with a resolution for the problem. If they can't ride a bike, they'll take a bus or a train or a taxi, So if you sell bikes and you can't satisfy the tires on your bikes are always going flat, customers will stop buying them and they'll start buying, mopeds or something. That's a substitute. So if you can't, if you cannot come up with complemented products along down the line that complements your initial product, you'll lose customers too. Because eventually, somebody's gonna make the taco better than your tacos. And since you don't sell nachos, and my brother likes nachos, and I want some of your tacos, I'm gonna go to the guy that sells tacos and nachos. So eventually you have to diversify your portfolio of products and services, just so that you can continue to at the same time grow your customer acquisition, getting new customers, and at the same time increase customer retention, keeping the old customers. And so that process, customer retention on top of new acquisition of customers, equals you having a positive growth rate, meaning that your business is consistently, hopefully at a high enough rate, a high enough percentage where you're consistently making a profit every year, and that profit continues to grow.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
3,